A growth hack is when you figure out what's true about your ideal customer and you find some way to get in front of them. Okay, so Airbnb growth hacked themselves on Craigslist. So they realized that people used to rent their vacation rentals on Craigslist and they needed to get to that traffic, but the customer that set up an Airbnb wasn't going to sit there and copy paste the same shit they just posted on Craigslist. So what they did is they built a little tool inside of Airbnb that you said publish on Craigslist, and when you clicked it, it posted it on Craigslist. Craigslist didn't have an API. So they built their own little JavaScript scraper, iframe. You guys know the drill, right? We all built these kind of things. So they did that. They did that for, I don't know how long it lasted, maybe 9 months until Craigslist was like, what the fuck are all these Airbnb listings that are literally 30, 40% of our traffic or listings now? And it's pointing all back to this other platform, and all of a sudden now this thing's taking our market share, essentially, right? So they shut it off. But for that 9-month period, or 12 months or 18 months, they had this tool that cross-posted to Craigslist. That's a growth hack. So there's a way to do this, okay? Here's how I know, because I've done it in every one of my companies. For example, and it was specifically for an ERP software. This one's fucking, once I tell it to you, you'd be like, oh, that's so smart. There's a company, don't remember the name, where they have the list of technologies that their job posting mentions on the website. So then what they do is they categorize the company with the job thing, and then they know what internal software they're using because it's what they say is a mandatory software experience.
Right. It's all out there.
It's all out there. So you find out the company that has that data and you cross-reference it with your list, and they'll tell you who's got CAD software. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
When it has to happen, trust me, your brain will go, that's too slow. You literally I need somebody that's got an API that if I feed it a list of customers, they're gonna go, yep, they use this software, 85% probability, sorted by highest probability, start dialing at the beginning. Hey, we noticed you guys have blah, blah, blah software. Yeah, how'd you know? Well, we're in the business and we're talking to our friend Mark and he mentioned you guys and da, 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 da. You just say Mark all the time. How many fucking Marks do you know? What was Mark's last name? Fuck, I forget. I met him at a conference what's the big conference?
Oh, the Sun Conference.
Yeah, I met him at the Sun Conference and he mentioned your name. Well, fuck, sounds good to me. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that gets the call, okay? So you got to filter out. That is a true growth hack, is take the data. I'll give you another example. Same thing. Company I invested in did payroll software in East Asia. They were having a hard time because they were doing outbound calls, but fucking people weren't early adopters and they were selling to like coffee shops and like all these small internet cafes. And I said, well, who are your best customers? And they said, well, these kind of customers, early adopters. Well, no shit, early adopters. You're a tech software. Like, duh. Like, I said, what makes them an early adopter? It's like, I don't know. I said, well, tell me what makes them an early adopter. If you tell me what makes them an early adopter, then we can figure out how we identify the other ones. And I sat there, and this is back in like 2005. No, it was 2009 or 2008. And I said, I'm curious how many of your customers that already bought, how many use Google Apps for domains for their email server? And he fucking did a NS or mail lookup, 100%. Well, no shit, Sherlock, because early adopters are going to use the best stuff out there, and at the time, the Gmail is the best one. So then I said, take the DNS of the emails of the prospecting list you have and run them through an NS lookup, domain name server lookup. You guys know this shit, and boom, there you go. All of a sudden, the fucking win rates went to 60%. Same thing. So you just got to fight for the solution to get to the filtered list. Real quick, you've made it to the end. Let me tell you what I know about you. You're not somebody that's looking to do shelf help. You're not somebody that's just doom scrolling on social media. You're here because you want to build a real business, and you're sick and tired of not getting the real insights to grow inside your business. So I want to help you avoid all the pain trying to figure this out the hard way like I did it. That's why I put together everything I've ever learned into the Scale Workbook. It's the internal document that I use with every founder I work with that turns a chaotic business into a money-making machine. And teaching you all of this without burning more hours. It's totally free. The link is in the description, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen because I'm here to help you build your empire.